Just to let you guys know, we are videotaping tonight, so please silence anything that beeps, bops, boops, jumps 5 feet in the air, and sprays light in 60 directions. Whatever's out there. And we're gonna get going.
When does the train arrive from the border?
The Mighty Bird Express is due to arrive in 2 minutes.
It's 4 minutes late.
Yes, but the engineer will make up for lost time. The transportation system is now running with the required punctuality.
The Trans-Soviet Express, Strosny Vladivostok, the Mighty Bird, is now arriving on platform 6.
Traveling in first-class coaches, Mr. Frederick Johann Boss.
Honorary member of the Stockholm Academy and chairman of the League of Nations Commission for the resolution of the riddle of the world economy. Delay time, 1/2 minute.
Bienvenue, comrade! Bienvenue!
Как-то летом на рассвете заглянул в соседний сад. Там смуглянка молдаванка собирает виноград. Я бледнею, я краснею, захотелось вдруг сказать: станем над рекою, зоркий день встречать. А скулявый, этот зеленый лист весной, я влюбленный и смущенный пред тобой. Лед зеленый, так лед кудрявый, на вас кудрявый лесной.
Bienvenue, comrade! Bienvenue!
Смуглянка, молдаванка, отвечала парню лад. Партизанский, молдаванский, собирается отряд. Нынче рано партизаны, но покинули родной. Ждет тебя дорога, партизан лес пустой. Раскудрявый, этот зеленый лист весной. Здесь у клёна мы расстанемся с тобой. Лед зеленый, да лед кудрявый, да нас кудрявый лесной. Раскудрявый, да кудрявый лесной. Без кудрявого мы расстанемся с тобой. Лед зеленый, да лед кудрявый, да нас кудрявый лесной.
Bienvenue, comrade! Bienvenue!
И смуглянка, молдаванка, по тропинке в лес ушла. Но в обиду я увидел, что с собой не позвала. О смуглянке, молдаванке, часто думал по ночам. Вдруг свою смуглянку я в отряде повстречал. Раскудрявый, этот зеленый лист весной. Здравствуй, парень, мой хороший, мой родной. Лед зеленый, да лед кудрявый, да нас кудрявый лесной. Раскудрявый, да зеленый лесной. Здравствуй, парень, мой хороший, мой родной. Лед зеленый, да лед кудрявый, да нас кудрявый лесной.
Bienvenue, comrade! Bienvenue, mes amis!
Greetings. Greetings. You live well here.
How are things coming with your second 5-year plan? All correct, I hope?
Oh, pardon, you speak Russian. You are familiar with our difficult language of the proletariat.
Yes, I know Russian. What don't I know? I've forgotten most of what I know. I know Russian, Yiddish, Hindi, Mexican, astrology, astronomy, hydrotechnics, pyrotechnics. I'm 101 years old, and you, a boy, dare to address me in French.
Oh, excuse me. Has your companion also labored at the Russian language?
Don't irritate my state of spirit on this irritated land. Into home. Send some of your piffle to him in Russian.
Down with anti-haymaking tendencies.
What's that? You know Russian better than I do, Miss A-grader. Repeat it. I'm astonished. Repeat it.
Down with anti-haymaking tendencies. I've read Soviet newspapers. I've learned from them. Anti-haymaking tendencies is Russian for sorrow. It means ennui. It's not socialism.
That is brilliant.
Wrong. You should say that's stupendous.
Oh, pardon. What's the matter with me, forgetting nonsense like that? Boys and girls, make me a stick from a graveyard cross so I can walk to the wretched beyond.
You, Grandpa, are a counter-fool.
What's that?
You're a counter-fool, which means clever.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Mr. Boss, congratulations on your safe arrival. We wish you a safe journey across this most great, and to you, still most alien of lands.
Most alien. All lands are equally alien and unwelcoming. Thank you.
Johann Friedrich Boss. Johann Friedrich Boss, great philosopher of weakening capitalism and brilliant master of opportunistic ploys. I welcome you in the name of the laboring people making happiness and truth for both you and themselves to this still unknown gigantic country. We are happy to meet you here in our common home.
I doubt if I'll make you happy. I've never made anyone happy or merry. Probably only her.
Yes, Johann, your love has made me awfully happy.
Yes, indeed. I mean, forward you're a woman, but afterwards you're a human being.
Forwards and backwards. I'm a woman all around.
Oh, you're a clever mademoiselle. But I am sick and tired of living in this organism, in this life, in the ennui of current facts. Give me some milk. I'm bored of having conscious feelings. Milk, madam, milk.
Here you are, Grandpa. Don't fret. Don't do any thinking. You've got such a weak stomach. And for the love of God, Grandpa, don't leave a drop on the bottom. I love you.
Now, something chemical, something caustic.
Here you are. I don't know what it is. Something chemical. It tastes awful.
Quick, give it to me. Recognize socialism. Tell me socialism. Capitalism irritates me.
I am in a position to immediately point out specific elements of our social order. Here you are. Here you will find the mother and child room.
We thank you. Show us, for God's sake, the room for the poorest old men and show us what they do there.
Oh, I do apologize. I'm afraid that at the moment that particular room is being refurbished.
Don't rush into home. They have no old men here. Everyone dies on time. Oh, comrade, you needn't worry about refurbishing the old room for the old men. It's going to stay empty anyway.
Well, perhaps I exaggerated a bit, Mr. Boss. In fact, we have no such room.
Don't be embarrassed. I know to a certain extent you're boasters. We, on the other hand, are scoundrels through and through. Let's make this clear. They have a mother and child room. It's pitiful. They have very few old men, and there's no room for them. That is success. Am I not right, gentlemen?
You are deeply mistaken. Mr. Boss, we have a slogan toward a healthy Soviet old man, toward a cultured and still more fruitful old age. Look!
Johann, do Bolshevik old men also love women as much as you do?
I doubt it.
What if they catch up with and surpass you?
And you'll go off with one of them. I'll marry a Komsel girl who's younger than you are.
That's awful, Johann.
It's my technique. Aren't you aware of it?
I certainly am. My body is progressing from your passion.
So will too. Well, your body, I mean. But anyway, I am gaining in rationality.
Mr. Boss, our country awaits you.
Yes. Yes. Let us set off into the space of Russia, into the fresh air, into the green grove, to the cocoa stove of the new world, to the nonsense of nature.
Mr. Boss, the motor car has been started. It's been ready for a long time. If you could just let us know your itinerary.
Into the anonymity of history and Asia, to the emptiness of the East. I want to gauge the candle power of the dawn you claim to have lit.
May I learn from Mr. Worldwide Thinker his point of view on some matter of worldwide historical importance?
Who are you? A worker?
I am the prosaic Russian writer Pyotr Polikarpovich Platonov. I presume you know my work. A poetry, a year of prophet, a most specific figure, eternally Soviet, among other works of mine.
Don't presume. I don't know your books.
Other nations are aware of my international activity to strengthen the defenses of my motherland.
Forgive my ignorance. What form did your activity take?
Well, at the time of the threat of the intervention from the English, I married a famous Englishwoman. At the time of the threat from the Japanese, I became engaged to a Japanese lady of an ancient family.
Very good.
Yes.
Oh. Well, we know that the interventions did not take place, but your contribution is extremely valuable. Whom did you marry during the Civil War?
A highly educated daughter of an esteemed Russian general.
Excellent! You Cumberland treated her far from stupid, as fools go.
In accordance with the finest tradition of my motherland, in accordance with the heartfelt friendliness of this most gracious and most grateful, most excellent and superior country, let us exchange a kiss to make this moment truly cultural and historical.
You can kiss her on the cheek. She's responsible for all my feelings.
Two more writers would like to be introduced to you, Metislav Butanov and Gennady Fushenko.
Make it quick. I want reality, not literature.
Johann, why does he have the face of a happy root plant? I've forgotten the Russian word.
Oh, the word in Russia is a vegetable, mademoiselle.
But not only a vegetable, he has the face of a pumpkin now.
A happy pumpkin.
He can't speak, Mr. Boss. He has 10 dependents to support, but he's happy to meet you.
Mr. Boss, I am a member of the Writers' Union. I write stories on Turkish life.
If Mr. Boss could comment in more scientific terms on the purpose of his journey to this land where socialism is being constructed.
In more scientific terms? Don't irritate me. I've come to your land for merriment by the purpose of my journeys.
You're mistaken, Mr. Boss. Our country, which covers 1/6 of the world's dry land.
Mr. Boss,
where
I am organized.
Yeah.
Don't pretend to be serious! Oh, gentlemen! What you need in your country is to laugh. But you keep trying to think. You should laugh with fellow feeling. Ha! Ha! Mr. Bus, I am organizing a whole... Very good. Write your stories. Play at fame. Poor creation of nature.
We are not rich. Which is the way out to the Kazan station? I need to travel to the desert.
What is your name, creature of God? Where are you hurrying to, Soviet child?
I'm not a child. I'm the chairman of the pastoral kolkhoz, the Little Red Huts. I'm on my way home.
What
to
a
the
wonder of
Caspian Sea.
life. A child ruling a village kingdom. Where do you come from, my defenseless one?
We are not defenseless. We have the kolkhoz. And I have a husband in the Red Army. I've been to Leningrad. I was awarded a library as a prize.
Cabinet Chairman, how many of your households have been collecting lives? Is there any action on the part of the kulaks? Are any crises on the economic or organizational consolidation? Is there not a need for us to dispatch to your kolkhoz a storming and liquidating brigade of writers? I, myself, am a member of the culture brigade.
Writers? Are they clever people? We have 14 little red huts. We had nothing to read. We'd read everything already. At night in the kolkhoz, we read aloud. The lamp burns. The glass is cracked from the flame, and I read. Everyone around me thinks. It's quiet everywhere. You can hear the sound of the Caspian Sea. But we'd read all the books. They weren't interesting to us anymore. It was boring, living with only our minds. Then I was awarded a library as a prize, the excellence of my register of workdays. They said they'd be sending the books, but the books never came. What does bureaucracy care about socialism? I went to collect the books myself. Now I need to find my way out to the Kazan station, to where I can buy tickets without seat reservations.
Before you, Mr. Boss, stands a small being of socialism.
A great being, my dears. All of God's world is contained within this being. Can I hold your hand? My happy.
Now you should spit. My hand's dirty. My hands are for working and hugging, not for kissing.
She has completed the course in elementary hygiene.
Yes, I'm an assistant nurse and I can deliver babies.
Have you tried giving birth yourself?
Yes, I've given birth. Do you want some eau de cologne for your hands? No. Why? Which is the way out to the Kazan station?
Oh, allow me to purchase a ticket for you without standing in line.
Is that possible? No, it's against the law. I've punished people myself for stealing a kilo of millet.
It certainly is possible, my dear. Fushenko can get you a ticket all right. He now lives without standing in line. His time has passed long ago. And yet, here he is, the man still living the cultured life. Good night. Let's kiss.
Yes, Peter Polikarpovich.
Do you want some milk? I've drunk milk in the kolkhoz. Goodbye. I'm going to join the queue for tickets.
Wait! I'll travel with you. Now, you cannot refuse the request. Oh,
You are old. Where we live, there are no trees. If you die, I have nothing to make a coffin from. I'll just lie you down in the sand.
all agreed. Goodbye, gentlemen. Now remember, you have to write your stories, you have to greet visitors, you have to meet international express trains. Oh, you must stay in good health.
Johann! Where will I live? This is an alien country to me. Without you, I'll die, Johann! Johann!
Go on. Irritate me. That's right, irritate me. Throw piffle from off your body.
Your love. You have consumed my whole youth!
Yes, I have. Into home. I'm a man.
You can't just leave me here like this. Drink up your milk. Eat something chemical. We'll go off to a hotel and forget ourselves. Take me to the desert with you. Without you, I'll wither away in Europe.
Into home. Only angels live in deserts and die of love. You're a woman. You will not be going off into the desert. Why, in an hour or two, you'll just be smiling again.
Quick, Grandpa, the train stalled. The kolkhozes will be leaving soon. We're going to be left behind.
We'll have to get everything straightened out first now.
Where are you going to drink your milk and eat your powder and your pills? Who are you going to love now? I've studied you. I've figured you out. I've gotten used to feeling. And now I must. I'm going to feed him from my knapsack. I've got rusks and crusts.
Mr. Writer, into home is Dutch Flemish, although she was born in Russia. Now, I consider it of extreme moral, political, economic importance to increase the relationship between your motherland and Holland. Therefore, take into home under your protection and law. That will do a favor for the Dutch Queen.
I'm so sad. Kiss my hand.
Stop it. You know life is not a serious business. Goodbye, my body. Let's go, little girl. Can you give me one of your rusks to suck on?
In a minute, once we're on the train.
Mr. Boss, the Buick is ready and waiting. It's been kept warm all this time. It's on duty for you.
But turn it down. I'm warming up on my own now. Let the motor cool down.
Madame, allow me to offer you the most cultured friendship and hospitality. My house is open to the whole of Europe. You will live excellently and seriously, my very splendid and dear Madame Interhome. My very own Dutch girl. Oh, you have such a wonderful hydrotechnical motherland, you do. We can write books. Yes, and novels. Oh, and sketches too. At home, I have a dog. The beast will be delighted to see
Mr. Latrinov. I love novels. And I love dogs, too. They're splendid.
Oh, darling, darling, darling. Give me some of that milk of bosses.
Here you are.
Oh, that old man did have cultured ways. But tell me something, my superlative one, if I may. How did you ever live with such an ancient old man?
Oh, Mr. Latrinov, life really isn't such a serious matter.
Not a sound. They put up some kind of scarecrow, but here we are, Grandpa. This is our pastoral kolkhoz. We graze sheep here and do a little fishing. Come, let's change into something cleaner.
I don't have anything clean. I'll sit. I'll rest a while from speculation.
All right. You sit and be bored a while.
Who can be crying on your socialized fields?
It's just our children playing in their nursery.
I hear children cry.
Well, you should close your ears.
Oh, there it is again. Some petty little voice is yearning.
It's just my baby. Without his mother, he's been bored to tears. I'll wipe my breasts and then I'll go feed him. How much milk is collected?
Yes.
You should close your eyes.
I'm tired of walking over this indefinite earth. People, they live their lives amid flowers, tears, and dust. And I know man must be their witness. How will it all end, my poor people?
What do you mean, Grandpa? Don't you like our USSR? Oh, anything can happen here. Whatever your heart desires.
I like your USSR very, very much. I mean, there are contradictions all around, and there's no clarity within. Oh. But what I was saying was this. When will we all just cease to breathe in this empty space? When will we all embrace in a common grave, my girl? When?
We never will. But you will very soon. You're withering already. Susha! And Toshka! Uncle Philip? to the kolhos, Grandpa. Find someone with a stove that's been lit. They'll give you some food to eat.
I don't like food. Do you have anything chemical?
We have a small first aid kit. You could have some powders.
I'll go and find it.
I'll call for you when I've tidied my room. I can't wait to see him. Small, warm body. He always smells of something nice. Why is it so quiet in the kolhos? Soon I'll be having another baby. I like it when something so hot and helpless comes out from inside me. Poor little lump of my life. Defenseless and frightened. Terrible death has worn it out, tormented. Susha! Where is everyone? Where's the kolhos?
Greetings, Futila Ivanovna. Congratulations on your safe arrival, and on the attainment of good health, and on every other sort of success. Have you seen our fine people in the country's great capitals? Did you pay your respects to them, or did you remain silent?
I paid our respects to them.
And how is their health?
Fine. And they gave me this message for you. Have him work more and talk less. Then maybe he won't play into the hands of the enemy.
Is that really true? Have they really received reports on my personal state of mind? Well, then you'll hear me thunder, won't you, with everything I've got, with every one of my bones.
Uncle Philip, what's going on in the kolhos? I didn't see any haystacks on my way here. Was our quota sent off to Savmeet?
We haven't finished yet, Futila Ivanovna.
Well, what have you been up to? I gave you instructions. How good are we to the state like this? Be better off if it were a sea here, not people. At least the sea is efficient.
The sea, that's an interesting question, yes. But what life-giving books have you brought us? When will you be introducing the population to them?
Where's Antoshka? Where's Susha gone?
They've gone begging by the sea, looking for dead fish on the shore. Antoshka's even taken to frying burdock and making little meat pies out of material that's passed through sheep's stomachs. There's nothing to eat for Futila Ivanovna. There's no mutton.
What about our mutton? Our kolhos sheep?
Listen to me, Futila Ivanovna. I speak for the community. In the name of everyone most conscious and most truly a shock worker. You just listen, I'll give you all the details, convincing to the highest degree. A bantik has been here.
What do you mean a bantik?
I'm speaking abbreviatedly, arithmetically, with a beautiful acronym like Sovnarkov at Sekuba, B-A-N-T-I-K, bourgeois anti-kolhoznik. Fyodor Kirillitch Shurkov is a bantik. He's been here. You dekulakized him before the Second Bolshevik Spring, but now his presence has been felt again.
Did you kill him?
No, I didn't. He smashed me 3 times on my hump. And Antoshka was kicked as well. Yeah, they kicked him with their boots and they hit him on the head with bricks right in his consciousness. But the bricks were soft. They were adobe. They hadn't been baked properly, so Antoshka rose a second time without impairment.
Right on his consciousness. Where was your own consciousness at the time?
Oh, there was no time for consciousness, Futila Ivanovna. There were 7 of these bandics, no fewer than 7 of them. They came from off the dark steppe. Our kolhos fishing ship, the Distant Light, was lying close into shore. That's where Antoshka and I were. We'd brought our flock of sheep there. The entire sum of our property. We were dipping them against parasites. Some wandering people were digging a well in the steppe, but there was neither sight nor sound.
You talk for so long and you say nothing!
They drove our flock of sheep onto the kolhos ship. They only left 1 ram. And then they hauled one of the huts to shore, hole and hail, window glass and all, and they hauled it onto the ship. Then they sailed away and fright. Oh, a terrible manifestation of negligence has occurred.
And our salted meat. And our communal grain that was in the patched up sacks. Please, please tell me at once!
I can't tell you at once. There's a psyche stuck in my throat.
The salted beef and the grain that belongs to us poor peasants. Everything we own has sailed away in our own ship to the far-off shore of imperialism.
Why didn't you kill the kulak? You have a revolver! Must all of you be on their side? If you're a coward today, then you're a sub-kulak. You're trash. You're scum. You're anything but Bolsheviks. Each of you should be investigated thoroughly until each of your hearts learns to beat at a gallop, not a cowardly patter.
Why not? We should all be vetted. There isn't enough cultural activity in our midst. I've always said that. I did remove my revolver and they took it away from me.
Susha? What's happened? Why has our hut disappeared? Why are the children crying? I brought an old man here with me. He's to be fed from my rations.
I've already given instructions. He's eating some mashed grass. And he took 2 powders from the first aid kit.
Nothing tastier than mashed grass.
No. The Bantics took everything.
What about my baby? You didn't run out of milk.
No, I didn't run out of milk.
Good. Please bring him to me then. I need to feed him myself. My breasts are so swollen.
Futila. You must grieve. You and I no longer have children.
What will become of us? Why are you not grieving?
I've already grieved all my grief. I feel awful. The wind rocks me as if I were empty. I want to believe in God.
Susha, there is no God. You and I will be grieving alone. We may not feel like we can go on living, but we have to. Where have you buried my little boy?
Fatila Ivanovna, permit me to express myself at last. I know everything. I've been holding myself in readiness for a long time.
Why didn't you protect the kolkhoz? Why have you buried my child?
What do you mean, bury? I haven't buried your child. Don't
Weep and mourn, there's a good girl. At the moment, your child is sailing calmly across the Caspian Sea in the hands of the class enemy.
Don't keep confusing me. Where are our children?
There's no information. I keep telling you, listen.
When Fyodor Kirillich Ashirkov, the Bantic, first fell on our huts, it took him a while to locate our wealth. He hauled one of the huts onto the ship. It was the nursery hut, as God would have it.
And damn all who believe in that nonsense.
Your child was asleep there, along with Shusha's little one.
I lit into the band straight away, but they struck me with some kulak weight, and down I sat on my bottom. And thank God I had a bottom to sit down on.
Why didn't you snatch back the children?
Oh, I was trying to recover the sheep. Children are just love. Sheep are wealth.
Don't overvalue children. You're young. You can bear more of them.
Leave us alone. Go slaughter a ram for the scientists.
But that's our last ram.
Oh, I understand, Fatila Ivanovna. It's a political murder. I'm going.
Susha, they're bringing back our babies.
It's the women. They're coming back from the shore. They're afraid to leave the children at home now, so they take them with them. And the children are howling because they're hungry.
Bring me someone else's baby. Bring me Serafina Kukushnika's. I'll feed it and I'll take it to bed with me.
All right, I'll go fetch it right now. Don't do anything foolish.
Antoshka!
Let me finish. I'm not far away. I'm here in the courthouse.
Thank you for your hospitality. I had a very tasty meal of desert grass.
That's nothing. Tomorrow you'll eat mutton.
I have to measure the wind. The airways of our republic must remain free from danger.
Let's feed these two. Or the milk will go to our heads and we'll die of grief.
God, why does he look so bored? He won't suck from my breast.
Put your baby on the ground. She probably wants to die.
Oh, he'll be left all alone in the world. Without us and without life.
Don't grieve, Futilla. You conceived him in laughter. You were joyous, breathless. Why be irritated now? It's only one child. While in your hips as in a cradle, you rock all of humanity. Come to me.
I can't hear you, Grandpa. It's not easy for me right now. Antoshka, take a horse and gallop to the district center. Get on the phone and call the Agpu out to the Caspian Sea. Why haven't you gone after the kulaks already?
We've been trying to organize edible food from all types of reject dirt. Besides, there was no time to fuss about it. Our borders are well guarded with strict vigilance. No one's going to be able to sail past.
Antoshka! Antoshka, it's an airplane! We could chase the kulaks in an airplane!
I landed at once. I've never flown in a machine before. Oh, my heart thunders. It's technology. It makes me want to scream, forward!
You know the signals?
I have been trained by the Air Chem Defense Society. I will light a fire and release smoke of state's danger. You ought to be arrested. You scatter my thoughts. Forward!
Your baby is sleeping.
Everyone is sleeping. On land and on sea. Only one faraway child is crying. He's crying out to me. He has no one to defend him. I'll throw myself into the water. I'll swim to you in the dark.
Don't make so much noise, my girl. Our fate is soundless. I want to cry with you too. I want to grieve beside your humble skirt, beside your dusty feet, the smell of the earth and of your children. I have lived through a whole age of sorrow, Futilla. And now, at last, I found your small body in the world. Poor, sad as I am, I yearn for you. I quietly want to earn my work days.
You can live with us till you die. Here in our pastoral kolkhoz. Be happy in a small way. You could go to the district center and then take a course on bookkeeping.
It flew past at its great height without stopping. But I'll stand guard all night. I'll walk up and down. Many planes fly by on their great path. I'll light a fire and release signals.
Fraud. Worldwide, historically organized fraud. And the wind appears to sorrow. And infinity is full of space like a stupid hole. And the sea gets agitated too and weeps against the shore. As if all this were truly serious, amazing, astonishing. It's only raging piffle.
Who are you talking to?
My daughter, it's all fraud. The wind does not feel boredom. The sea doesn't call anyone anywhere. The wind is so-so. And across the sea lives scum, not angels.
No one flying anywhere. Nothing in the world but darkness and the sound of the sea.
Why are you so clever? Maybe you're not to be trusted either.
Not clever. I've lived 100 years. If I know life, it's from habit, not learning.
What are fraudsters? And what do fraudsters think? And why doesn't someone shoot them?
They think like I do. That the world exists on account of some long-forgotten piffle. And so they treat life mercilessly, like a delusion. Let me kiss you on the head.
Why?
Because I love you. Don't you irritate me. I mean, we have both been deceived. When two deceived hearts embrace against each other, why something almost miraculous can happen. They deceive the deceivers themselves.
I don't want to.
Why not?
I don't love you.
Milk. Give me milk. Where's my home?
I don't have any milk for you. I have to feed the children. Come. Come and count work days, Grandpa. I've gotten muddled.
Yes. Yes. We'll busy ourselves with piffle for the exhaustion of our souls.
It's not piffle, Grandpa. It's our bread. And all our revolution.
No one's flying through the air. I'll go and check the inventory. One has to try to do something.
Where are my glasses? Where did you say is all your revolution?
You left your glasses in your mistress's trunk. You didn't even bring any bread. Here, there are shepherd's glasses. They'll do. Listen, Grandpa, I feel bored. My heart aches and my body's ashamed to go on living.
Your body and soul are not yet properly joined. But don't you worry. Don't you worry. The join will take place soon. What's the good, the use of counting anyway? What's the use of counting anything in this world? Love me with your sad, unconscious heart. It's the only precision in life.
I love you consciously.
Consciously. Consciousness is the half-bright light of youth before your eyes when you can't see the piffle that holds sway in the world.
Consciousness is mind. If you don't understand, then just say nothing.
My conscious girl, I'm happy when I don't understand.
And I feel bored then. Please get counting. You're delaying payment of the courthouse workers. Everything should be clear to everyone. God, let there be no uncertainties. Oh God, it's turned cold. I must find a lit stove so I can warm him up.
Everything's clear. But I want obscurity. Obscurity. I lost you long ago. Now I live in the emptiness of clarity and despair. Now, let them be happy approximately. Every count just demands a recount. To Karbinov, 10 kilograms. Oh, Karbinov, you threshed hay without zeal. You look askance on Soviet power. Shenya Shekushev, Shusha, breath of God. Oh, here's strength for your body. 50 kilograms of mutton and the wall. Anton Antoshka, 100 kilograms. You eat meat. Anton, oh, you use the wind to sow the grass. You dug 2 wells, both of them now dry. You created a dramatic presentation about an axe. You measured the sea for the Academy of Sciences. And you brought every kolkhoznik to an understanding of cost accounting. Sounds like an airplane.
It's nothing. It's empty elements noising their noise.
Yes, I'll knock off half from everyone's wages. I mean, for 16 years they've been practicing communism. They still cannot organize a small globe of the earth. I'll find a lot of them.
Find and punish us, comrade worldwide academician. Strike at the masses, psychosis with the weapon of workdays.
Oh, not at all, Anton. Karl Marx told me in the middle of the last century, the proletariat has no need for psychology.
You know Karl Marx?
How could I not know Karl Marx? Of course I knew him. He was always looking for something serious. The current piffle of events would make him laugh.
You lie, man of science. Marx would not laugh at us. Marx loved us in advance and forever. And across the horizon of world history, he stretched out his path of speculation. He even cried on the Paris Commune. We have just about had enough of your views. You had better understand us before we understand you.
Serafima, Kostunkina, and Kostruk and her husband. 0! 2 zeros!
Why do you irritate me by trying to understand everything to the nth degree of you blurring all of life's impression before my eyes?
Blessed are the mother.
We are not blessed, we are workers. Why are you saying all these psycho-crazed things?
What do you want to know, Vincent?
Well, tell me something even more psycho-crazed, like, what's the earth made of? It's atoms, is it not?
Piffle. Psycho-crazy piffle.
Well then, life's just as awful for the atom. I'm gonna measure the sea and check the weights. Otherwise, life isn't properly real. It demands to be organized with precision.
Anton, why did you put up a scarecrow? You wasted 3 work days. You're a squanderer.
To frighten the class enemy. A scarecrow is bigger than a man and more frightening. We didn't have enough men. They all had to be working.
But the class enemy wasn't frightened.
No. Not in the least. Not insofar as the scarecrow was dead. Philip Vershkov instructed me. With the scarecrow, he said. What do we need guards for it? Everybody left the huts unguarded. Then the class had to be raided. I'll go get down to some labor. No one's flying anywhere. It's dark. Will you sleep?
Nobody's delirious. It's cold everywhere. No one's lit their stove. Hunger makes his mother sleep without feeling.
Drusilla, why are you carrying her around? There's nothing down on you. Well, don't you have enough pity within you to give birth without you?
I hate it now. I'm going to sock you. You're going to go flying right out of your shoes. And you are going to smash up into all your components. Smashed by the proletariat!
No! Anton, no! What's the proletariat to me? It's younger than I am. I was born before the proletariat. It'll be gone before I die. And if the proletariat attempts to smash into me, it grinds its own bones.
Still no airplane?
No. Here, give it to me. I'll put them in the basket and mark it.
Have you completed the register?
Yes!
Good. Let me check it.
Oh, don't check it, Drusilla. Your sheep, they've gone from your pastoral caucus. They've gone up with the class enemy.
You foolish grandpa. You don't know the strict watch kept over our frontiers. Our sacred bread will return to our body. Antoshka! It's an airplane! Make the signals brighter! Wait! I'll set fire to a hut!
Fire! 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 Fire!
Get out of there! Fire!
Fire!
Chance events are accelerating. I'll draw the balance sheet.
Are you the champ? Can't you see I am? At your command. I'm the pilot of the agricultural light aircraft number 4207. I was flying to a rice caucus. I touched down after seeing your signal files. Comrade Anton has informed me of your need to pursue a band of kulaks. I'm ready to carry out reconnaissance over the sea, but I'll need a guide to identify your fishing vessel.
Take me!
Too quickly. My heart's bursting with joy.
Two of you? All right. But let's not waste any time.
Grandpa, you love me so. Take care of the colors.
Fly away, my little bird. I shall be vigilant.
Well, now you and I are in charge, Ivan Fyodorovich. Let's give orders.
Orders.
We shall see who's giving orders. Forge ahead and labor hard.
You're quite right, Ivan Fyodorovich. I'll do just that. Firm leadership is essential.
This is intermission. Go to the bathroom, drink vodka.
Night. Silence. Oh, I love it when nothing elemental can be heard. When nothing resounds but the breath of man. The socialist, Philip Veshkov, is snoring. He cut a whole rick of hay on his own. Worked day and night, making use of the light of the moon. He should be put down for 10 work days. But he's an imaginary being, so I put him down for 4.
Some news for you. The postman dropped it in this morning. Tracking you down, he said, proved almost beyond him. Read it.
Oh, I stopped reading long ago, Shusha.
It might be interesting.
It's not. Have you forgotten that you have a child sailing somewhere across the Caspian Sea?
No, my friend, I have not forgotten. Certainly not. I can still see the little darling, all alive and well, right here in front of my eyes. I've got nothing to eat when my breasts are swollen with milk. I don't forget.
Suffer. Good. And the suffering is fun. Well, I'm just saying that, you see, you won't forget. And the sacks that you were mending, have you over-fulfilled your quota?
I fulfilled my quota. I haven't had time to over-fulfill it. My hands ache from grief. I can't even weep anymore. I can only stare like a dead fish.
Ah, Shusha. Poor sad stuff that you are. Come here. Come to me. Come closer.
Grandpa Ivan, you're a kind man and you're a scientist. Can you tell me how I'm supposed to go on living now? How am I supposed to get through my suffering?
Don't cry, Shusha. You cried when you were a little girl. Over a broken glass vial. Over a lost blue rag. And your grief was just as sad. And now you're crying over a child. I used to cry too. I have 4 official wives. They all died. They bore me 19 children, young men and women. I've never seen any of them. They all died. I don't even know where their graves are. Not one footprint, not one warm foot of a child of mine have I ever seen on this earth.
Don't be bored, Grandpa. I'm bored sometimes too. Poor sad old man.
Shusha, do you have a pharmacy here in the Cocos?
We have a small first aid kit.
You'll give me something chemical.
A moment, yes.
Don't go. Uncle Philippe,
Oh, what is it, Ivan Fyodorovich?
come here.
In a minute. Just let me have a stretch. I'm cracking my joints.
Falling behind is all too apparent. Haymaking has not been completed. The supplemental meat quota has not been sent off. Insufficient sacks for the winter stores. 2 of the women went into labor yesterday. They gave birth at the same time. How, in God's name, am I going to find anybody to darn the sacks? Until a breath of my life comes back to your little huts. Your heart beats with more intelligence than my head. It's the work of the class enemy. I fail to recognize it.
Oh, no, what do you want, comrade?
Why do you sleep so much?
Oh, well, I'll be damned. Here I thought you were one of those counter fellows, but it turns out you're no different from the rest of us. Is it really true, comrade? Are we really all that interests you foreign counterfeits?
Philippe, you're a class enemy.
Me? Me, comrade? You could say that I am, and then again you can say that I'm not. You can say it's a foul lie, a slander, a lie against our finest people. As you like, Ivan Fyodorovich. You can look at it this way, and you can look at it that way, and either way, it's a riddle.
You're a liar and a saboteur. I see through humanity to the whole affair.
Oh, who cares what you can see? It's all theory.
Get down to earth, you reptile! I've lived 100 years. I've measured everything against facts. You don't like the policies of the party. You pretend to be on our side, but you're really on the side of Europe, the well-off, the bourgeois.
Don't you try to psycho-grace me. You'll make me start to stammer. I'll shove something hard up your... Who was it completed that beautiful hayrack titan? Who was it completed 10 workdays in 24 hours?
Yes, Philippe, that was you. I put you down for 4 workdays.
4? You're driving me psychological. You're making me forget facts. You're developing indignation in me, you devilish capitalist remnant.
Well, the sea's loud tonight. It must be frightening to be sailing alone on the water.
Shusha, give me a powder.
I brought them all. You pick whichever one you want.
We need something to wash these down with. You know, it's time to make fuss on the cocos.
You'll have to chew on them, comrade.
Don't irritate me, you insignificance.
Don't tell me I'm insignificant. Do you know where we put people who are insignificant? Here we have only the polysignificant.
You're driving me psychological. Vacate the cocos office.
Oh, we're bureaucracy crazed already. You wait until Ivanova gets back. I'll tell her everything.
Well, nor can I remain silent. This is a collective enterprise. The atmosphere should be comradely. You're slandering a man on the basis of unsubstantiated evidence. It's a disgrace.
Come on, Shusha. Let's leave the alien class on its own. We don't want to soil our worldview.
And so these 2 almost godlike beings live out their lives. They play in different games, and we get world history. Oh, it is getting light. I have to complete my report for the district land section.
You still haven't gone to bed?
Yes, I'm burying myself in the facts of collective life.
You should lay down. Anyone would think that you're younger than I am.
How many years have you seen?
Around 100, I think. Ah, not really. Clouds are fogging my mind. I see the whole world, but it's no longer of interest to me.
You're clever, you are.
Oh, it depends. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Clouds float across my mind.
You're clever. Go guard the Kalko's border.
Aren't I a class enemy?
Then why do you hang around here? You should go to the district office, have them arrest you.
I've already been twice now, and I asked them to arrest me. Those social indicators, they say. You're one of the poor. So they authorize a crust of bread for me to eat on my way home, and off I go.
You're socially useful.
Me? I don't think so. I read a lot in a book. There has been a lot of people in the world for 100 millennia, and they have achieved almost nothing. Are we going to achieve anything in 5 years? Not likely.
Get out of here, you class enemy.
I said that on an empty stomach. I was checking your vigilance. After all, you could be one of the Shurkov's agents. I am the guard here. I watch over everything. Inventory and hydrology. It is done. You should lay down on your side and go to sleep, otherwise you have no strength for the day to come. Each day of our labor lays the foundations for centuries to come. And in our Cohos revolution lies the fate of 100 millennia. That is how it is. Like it or not. Lie down. And God rest you.
I don't understand anything. Clouds just float through my mind. Why aren't you asleep?
I can't sleep, comrade. I'm worried. It's getting light and there's no food. The people are tossing and turning.
Go on, keep irritating me. Just keep me from my work, yeah.
I am astounded by worldwide humanity. I mean, why is it that the imperialists, well, by no means stupid, chose you to unravel the riddle of their lives? You're well and truly behind the times of Fyodorowicz. You can't even organize a pastoral kolkhoz. I'd have come up with an answer to the world economic riddle long ago, and I'd have done it without traveling anywhere. I'd have stayed in my room, eating food and thinking thoughts. I'd have come up with something.
Worldwide fools will search for worldwide truth.
Yeah, but you and I aren't fools, are we, Ivan Fyodorowicz? You're a worldwide double dealer, and I'm an exemplary shock worker of a kolkhoz shepherd, nothing more and nothing less.
Uncle Philippe, take a look at this letter that I just got from Europe. Maybe you could write an answer back to them, to that kolkhoz of Kulak. You seems are a great man.
Oh, call me whatever you like. It's up to you. Sometimes I'm great and sometimes I'm petty. It can't be helped.
I know. It's the same with me. It all depends. We're both laboring people.
Do you think I can't see through you? I can see through you all right. A true Bolshevik can see straight through imperialists like you every single time.
Is this true? Did you solve the world's economic riddle with these 4 words?
You write nothing without reason, believe me, comrade.
Well, that's true. What did Europe say to me?
Oh, they say things are unsatisfactory. Go ahead, read it aloud yourself.
A communication from Moscow. At the railway terminus, you wish to marry a famous beauty. Trutilla the shepherdess. As a result of a certain limitation of your mental capacities, the ever-narrowing circle of European tragedy, send a new principle. Solution to the world economic riddle.
I've already written it down, comrade. The world economic riddle no longer exists.
That's true, you did write it down. We must send this off to Europe. It's getting light.
Oh, you sign, my fellow traveler. I'll countersign. Now, Ivan Fyodorovich, we have to give the people something. They're lying on the ground and weeping.
I don't hear anybody weeping.
This is the time to think, comrade. It's not the time to listen. Go ahead, listen then if you like. Listen!
They're not weeping, they're arguing.
They're gnawing away at one another. It's worse than tears. Hunger never makes the people weep, Ivan Fyodorovich. They sink their teeth into one another and die of rage.
Close the window. How many days has Sutila Ivanovna been gone?
It's been 9 days now.
And you? Are you hungry too? You want to eat?
No, no, no. What keeps me alive is consciousness, comrade. You can't stay alive around here from food, can you? Oh, Shusha can't help us. I'll go.
Oh, it's getting light. I mean, I have to complete this report for the district land section.
I was already awake. I was on my way. I'll finish the bookkeeping for you.
No, Shusha, no. Calm down. Your heart's in anguish.
You think I didn't know that? What if the Okbu brings my child back and then makes out I've been idling? Well, that would be fun.
Can you get me some?
In a moment.
Shusha, I just don't feel well.
What about some milk?
Yes.
The breasts are swollen. I'm gonna have to squeeze it out into the earth.
Put her in a bottle. And also don't forget the chemistry as well.
Of course, I know you can't live without your powders.
In this country, I just feel the warmth of humanity. I have finished the report. I have finished the report. I've written whole volumes before. I've never had such satisfaction in my life.
Ivan Fyodorovich, can you hear them? Can you hear the way the people are muttering? I advise you to rely on Karbinov. He has a rifle. He's been ratified by the district council.
No. The people will rage at one another. That's what they always do. They won't touch an outsider.
Uncle Philippe, you are a class enemy. The people have to be fed.
Yes, that is true. You and I have been alive for a long time, and we know better.
How are you going to feed the people, Ivan Fyodorovich? With politics? With slogans from off the top of your head?
Arrest him, Karbinov. The kulak just unmasked himself.
Ah!
He has indeed. Your leadership is working well.
Take him off to the prison basket.
Immediately.
The one made by Antoshka.
But you won't forget to feed the people. You won't change your mind.
Yes. And you do your duty?
At once. Take no offense. Out. You double teamer.
Boss, what on earth is going on out there? Everybody's yelling and looking and getting on each other's nerves.
Is this your milk?
I squeezed it out of my breast for you, but I couldn't feel the bottle. The men were trying to tear it out of my hand. They want food.
How many children do we have on the kolkhoz, not counting yours and Peter's?
7. No. 2 are now buried, so that makes 5.
How much milk do you have left in your breast?
I shall feed both old and young, and there will still be enough for a reserve supply.
Go. Feed all the children. Feed them as much as you possibly can.
But of course. How could I be so stupid saving myself up till it hurt?
And listen, give every man and woman a wafer from the pharmacy. I mean, let them eat chemicals. I eat them, tell them I'm 100 years old. I mean, the kolkhozniks are so wise, and they'll eat their fill.
They're so wise, Grandpa. They're so patient. All they need is a little teaching.
Good. I shall live a life like Platonov, guarding our treasures and our mishaps as well.
Grandpa Boss.
Come back, my convincing one. Oh. Where's your little one?
I've left him in the kolkhoz. Susha's little boy is in one piece too. I brought them both back with me. Report to me on the situation of the kolkhoz economy.
Hold up on this situation and on these economies and all that. Listen. It's quiet. The people are eating their fill. Ah. Let me kiss you on the head.
All right. I won't dry up.
Oh, my eternal one. I've searched 100 years for you.
You were slow to appear.
But I knew you would be born.
I'm already bearing children myself.
My leadership is going well. I'm feeding the people.
We shall see.
Where's the sheep and the grain? Did you get them back from Ashuko?
Yes. Our airplane overtook the sailing boat. Then the Agpu launch took it in tow to Astrahan.
Where's Ashuko?
When the Agpu launch gave chase, they threw half our grain into the sea. They drowned 40 of our sheep. But the rest are alive. Ashrikov was taking care of our children when he was arrested. He was weeping over them.
So he's a good man?
Yes. He left me when I was still a girl, before the liquidation of the classes.
Where's our sheep? Where's our grain?
Ashrikov is bringing them to us.
Ashuko?
Yes, the former Bantek. He's got a following wind. Soon we'll see a sail out to sea.
I don't understand anything. Where have you been?
Astrahan, old man. And Toshka, me, and the babies flew in the airplane to the state farm. Then we came the rest of the way on foot. I told the Agpu officer to pardon Fedor Ashikov, to give him to me to be educated. I will turn him into an exemplary shop worker. He'll be better than any of our lot, believe me. He will do as he's told.
So this is what the class struggle is, huh? Yes, yes, yes. The piffle just revolved.
You thought the class enemy was just a matter of murder.
We cannot do without the class enemy. We have to turn friend into foe and foe into friend in order to keep the whole thing going. But what do we eat while we wait for your Arshukov to bring back your goods?
Chemistry. Chemistry. Susha. You and I are mothers again.
Yes, we are. Oh, Tina.
Bring me Philip Vershkov. I'm arresting him.
I've already arrested him.
Good. Bring him to me then.
All right. But none of this is serious.
Susha, what's wrong? Where are our babies?
It's all right, Tina. They're with Serafima. They're asleep. I've seen them.
Our chief citizen has arrived. Greetings, my girl.
Do you know you're a class enemy? Or have you not yet realized?
I told you a long time ago, I am not what you take me for.
Asherkov told me how you pretended to be asleep in the middle of the kolkhoz. That you pretended to be asleep while they dragged our hut away? Instead of you, a faceless scarecrow was on guard.
Things happen.
And what does that mean, you ratbag?
An act.
What does does that mean? Repeat, you pathetic being!
An act. A free act.
At the next general meeting, you'll be expelled from the kolkhoz forever. Lay your rifle down in the corner.
Antoshka's here.
Susha, I don't like Antoshka.
He's gone crazy with all his model exemplariness. They're all one and the same, these kolkhoz hypocrites. Give me a bantic any day, arrest a bantic, and you can make him work. And how?
Philip is sending a letter off to Europe. I received a communique from Europe. There's a tragedy going on.
We've the fate of the whole world on our hands. God, can't you see?
Yes, you're in a muddle. You have nothing to eat.
Greetings, comrade chairwoman. Congratulations on your victory over the Bantic class entity.
Drop it. You know you're a bantic yourself.
Well, I see that you're very merry today, comrade.
I don't feel bored. But you soon will. Why did you order Anton to put up a scarecrow? So there would be only a scarecrow on guard when the bantics appeared? Take your revolver. Asherkov ordered it be returned to you. He wanted to shoot you with it himself, but he knew I'd dekulakize you anyway.
So I see. You finally got to the bottom of everything.
We've got as far as your downfall, Uncle Thuy.
I was an exemplary shock worker who was given an award. Don't let this joke of yours go too far, citizens.
He's right, he's been awarded a prize. What's going on in the world? Futila, we do better to get bantics to join the kolkhoz. They'd be less brazen and they won't be as two-faced.
Who met Asherkov by the well on the steppe? Who told him to storm our kolkhoz and carry off our sheep? So you could live it up in the Caucasus like trade union members.
What does it matter what I said? You get bored sitting on your own in this godforsaken place. You say words as experiments. Words don't count anywhere, they're just sounds.
I'll give you a question. Are you for socialism? Are you for the kolkhoz? Or are you opposed?
I'm for them, Ivan Fyodorovich. I'm against them. What does it matter to me whether or not we have socialism? None of this is serious, Ivan Fyodorovich. It's just a way of driving us all psychological.
Not serious. Just a way to drive us psychological.
Any fool can outlie us. But no one is smart enough to outdo us. Susha, give Antoshka a shout.
Antoshka! Get in here, you vermin!
In a moment, I'm preparing some packaging.
Philip, where is the letter for Europe?
Here's your letter, my fellow traveler. You're welcome to give it to the mail carrier yourself. Just look at me. I was an exemplary shock worker who solved the world economic riddle, and now I'm going to perish.
What little could he solve?
The riddle of the entire world's economic dilemma. In 4 words. Long live Comrade Stalin. End of world economic riddle.
End of world economic riddle. I solved it at once.
We are poor here. We have no one except Stalin. We say his name in a whisper, but you desecrate it? What kind of thing are you, Vrishka?
What are you, comrade?
I work here on the kolkhoz. I shall be socialism.
And what about me? I'm socialism too.
There can only be one socialism. One socialism and one Stalin. Two are too many!
Uncle Philippe, what's going on in the beyond? Can you sense anything there?
Oh, nothing much about Fedorovich plans and piffles. It's not serious here either. Dying gets you nowhere.
This man sees death clearly.
I haven't died. I've passed over.
Is that the end of it?
Yes, he's beginning to grow cold.
Somehow the dagger's still warm.
Today we shall live not only consciously, but also responsibly.
Antoshka, are you there?
I am always wherever it is essential for me to be according to the instructions from above or according to my own personal point of view as to what will be of most benefit to the state.
From here I can see a crack. How bright the sun shines out in the kolkhoz. How much longer will I be sitting there?
For an nth quantity of time.
How long is it in?
Nobody knows. It's mathematics. There's an nth quantity of water in the sea and nth quantity of sand in the desert. Everywhere just one gigantic N.
I'm cold in here. It's all shadow.
Insofar as nature is concerned, it is emitting an adequate amount of temperature. You are slandering the entire climate of the USSR.
The grass is warmer in the spring. When rain falls on the motherland, Stalin is far enough from my heart. But
The state has provided a vertical system of communication via the regional, district, and kolkhoz committees. As for you, I replace the entire higher leadership. You are to suffer without any boredom.
I'm gonna climb
That
out!
will lead your own mortification.
God, who was Philly?
Philip Bershka was none other than a now fully unmasked class enemy. A dangerous double dealer wearing the mask of an exemplary and prize-winning shock worker.
He was a true exemplary shock
And a
worker.
class enemy at the same time.
Yes. He was also a true class
The
enemy.
question is now exhausted.
According to our constitution, the class enemy exists outside the law. He can be killed. I'm climbing out.
Since there are no instructions as to your release, I shall liquidate you to death on the spot.
Do you know our constitution?
By heart, every clause, ask what you like.
Without exception.
I don't remember every addendum or amendment that was introduced to the Constitution by decree by the Presidium of the Central Executive Committee of the USSR.
I do.
Still, you have no documents to hand.
You're an accomplice to the class enemy.
Comrade Anton Endov knows himself far better than some psycho-crazed, unsubstantiated girl that's been put into custody for exceeding her mandate of the local authority.
Joshka, someone's coming. Someone's coming. Call out to him.
It is the old man from the district center. The man responsible for assessing communist and socialist emulation and quality of production. He is here to distribute the directives, to summarize what is most important of the district's local recent measures.
How alien his face looked.
His face is the mask of one's ideological readiness to fight on either side of the front line of struggle.
Guard! Can you hear me from over there?
I can hear you, old man from the district center. Speak your requirement.
Listen to me. Flotilla Ivanovna is to walk free by order of the district prosecutor. Henceforward, until further notice, neither you nor anyone else is to touch her. She's to be reinstated in her former position with full rights of citizenship.
Henceforward until further notice, how long is that supposed to be?
Henceforward means forever. She can walk free as far as the grave. The district prosecutor has other things to worry about. Flotilla Ivanovna is not a bad girl. She doesn't kill for nothing.
Go have a word with Comrade Boss. He, in his capacity of chairman, must read me the directive. You do not carry enough credibility.
All right. I'll give him a shout in just a minute.
You've come back to our colony.
Tilla,
You've come to me.
where are you?
Georgi, I'm in
Why
here.
are you in there?
I've been locked up.
Who's making you suffer?
Please, put your mouth to the wall. I'll kiss you with my tongue.
Is our boy alive or dead?
He's alive. And he looks like both of us. Please, bend down closer. The wire cuts into my face. Quick, I'm getting cold in
Keep
here.
your distance from this classified construction, citizen.
Are you Antoshka Endov?
Whoever I may be, I am a man of definition.
Comrade Endov, release my wife.
Masterpieces like yourself come by here every day.
Don't be afraid. I'm a Red Army soldier. I will do no harm. I miss my family.
Georgi, you're a Red Army soldier. And I'm the Kolkhoz chairman. I order you to remove Antoshka's pistol.
Don't you dare wrong my wife. She's the chairman, the Soviet
I
boss.
take life seriously. I strike terror into everyone!
You missed.
Don't speak too soon. That was just a warning shot. A platoon commander of the Red Army Reserve never misses.
Anton, leave now. You've been replaced.
How you keep stuff arriving late? The commander from the district center.
I know. I've known everything for a long time now. Who is it?
For
Who
10
is
years
it?
in
Who
prison.
for?
He is Flotilla Ivanovna's spouse. He has assaulted a guard, and he should be treated mercilessly.
Stop! Classic of the masses. At the end of the calendar year, this event shall be recorded in the balance sheet of the class struggle. Go. Check our measuring instruments of weight. Draw up a meteorological report. Check the stove in the Kolkhoz kitchen. Busy yourself with questions of pasture management. Draw up a plan of all your inventions on the scale of 1 to 100.
Which one of my inventions? I have a maximal quantity of them.
The most important one, this hut wherein lies a human being.
It is essential that electric current should be run through the barbed wire.
Go get stuck in!
Comrade Anton knows what should be stuck in and what should be pulled out for the benefit of the state without reward of glory or food.
Get organized!
Time to aspire!
Old man, release my woman for me.
You'll have us soon enough. Stop your patience until bliss.
I'm getting cold in here. Something hot inside me is growing cold.
You have warm hands. You can warm anything you touch.
Maybe nothing but cold will remain in my hands, and then I'll turn cold too.
Putilla, breathe on your own self, then you'll warm up.
I'm breathing anyway. I'm warming up already. Go labor on the wells. Feed the people something they haven't eaten. Can you see a sail out to sea?
There's no sail to be seen, Putilla.
Come forward, Flotilla Ivanovna. To your former happiness, Soviet power loves you.
Where's Gabriel? From the Red Army? He's my husband.
I'm here, Putilla Ivanovna. Testas have entitled me to early release. I return indefinitely to my permanent place of residence to help the kolkhoz regime.
You won't prove to be a class enemy.
How dare you? I'm a Red Army soldier.
I shall love you. I shall be a wife to you once again.
Thank you, Futilla. I shall endeavor to be a full and complete shop worker.
Be sure to spare no effort. We're weak from hunger and class enemies. We're waiting on the ship, carrying our grain and our sheep. Can you see us sail out to sea?
And where's our son?
Susha, please go have a look at him, but then you must get down to work. You must redo all that Antoshka has done.
Joshka, he's a peerless shop worker.
Be quiet. Antoshka's work all turns out wrong.
Oh, I have no more to say.
Let's kiss now. We need husbands and loyal kolkhozniks.
I shall endeavor to live rigorously, both as husband and kolhoznik.
Men come and go, but women are eternal.
Goodbye, Futilla.
Come to me in the evening. Depending on your output, I'll put you down for a work day.
Futilla,
What is it, Grandpa?
let's kiss.
Only not on the lips.
Anywhere. On your body.
All you want is the body. You don't care about the world's view.
The body. Only the body. Do you have anything chemical here that I can eat?
Yeah. I told Susha to buy some bleach long ago.
I'll go eat some.
Not a ship to be seen out to sea. What a brilliant light everywhere. It must be joyful to live in the world now. I can hear some noise. What's going on in the whole world? Over there. Over there lies imperialism. And it's awful and boring there. And I stand alone on the shore. And behind me stands the entire Soviet Union of Bolsheviks. But I've grown weak. You can see my bones. I must hurry up and build the winter sheepfolds. I'll guard the grain myself. I won't sleep. Yes, in it is a drop of our kolkhoz blood. May it fly higher. We shall endure.
There's no food. The men are all collapsing. And Dushka's throwing up. He's eating some poisonous herb.
Good. Let them suffer now. That'll be science and technology for them.
I'm running out of milk. We have no food for our children.
Squeeze something out of yourself like I did last night.
The whole people will rise up.
Some kulaks aren't people. They don't rise up. They lie down.
Surely a life like this must Parbun and
So shut the hell with you! You take me for God? Have you given my child something to suck?
Yes, your man brought some bread with him. He slipped it into the child's mouth.
Listen. Go as fast as you can to the state meat farm. Maybe in exchange for all our hay, they'll give you her sheep.
Feed my baby when I'm gone.
Yeah, I will.
Your milk's dried up.
I'll give him my bones to know.
Tila, when's the last time you ate?
12 days ago.
Then how can you think? How can you think you're gonna feed my baby?
Please, just do as I say and go! Go! Molly Coddle's cool. Weeping 1 minute and picking a fight the next.
A right old bitch you've become. It's not even nice to look at you anymore. It's disgusting.
Grandpa Boss!
I'm coming, Mother. Now don't you stir without me.
Gotta be quick!
Did you miss me? Is it boring when I'm gone?
Yes, yes, Grandpa. Step by step, I'm coming to love you.
Well, you can love Grandpa a little, but I don't love you.
Why did you love me before?
An illusion. An empty delusion for my sorrow.
No, I've never been conceited. I am an empty delusion.
I have exact knowledge of the structure of the entire world. The world is composed of a confluence of psycho-crazed people. And that's all there is in you, too.
Inside me, too. I can feel them.
Oh, you're nothing but a poor body that's just suffering from what's crammed within it.
There's not much stuff left in me. I haven't eaten for a long time.
That doesn't matter. I ate for 100 years and I'm still a non-entity.
Put your arms around me then. Forget yourself and die, dear old man.
Yes, my girl. Let's warm up before you cool down.
Grandpa, you're a great worldwide sage. Feed the conholes.
How, my girl?
Think something up. Think something chemical. Please, death is on its way to us. Just feel my bones.
Sure thing, I can feel them. It's close to your heart.
Soon my heart will beat its way right out my skin. I want to sleep.
No, don't sleep. You talk to me. I'm bored.
Think of some food for the columns.
I'm thinking. Yes, I'm thinking. Give me a kiss.
Not in a moment.
I'm thinking. 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 I'm thinking.
Any thoughts?
Not yet. Enough with these piffles. I want to sleep.
Sleep then. I'll go.
Now you're all dried up.
I'll squeeze something out of myself to feed the children.
How can I think up food for the Cocos? Nobody thinks anything in the... There's no thought anywhere. It's only fraud. The machinations of chance.
Johann, is that you? Here, alive and well? Oh, thank God!
Into my mad, faithful child.
For 10 days, I've been driving alone through the steppe. The chauffeur died. I've been searching for you all all over the local republic. I left the car at the district center where all the authorities are. I've come 70 kilometers on foot. They said Mr. Boss was living in the little huts and living well. We shall be together again and without separation. Mr. Litvinov sent me on a mission to search throughout the Soviet Union for the ancient and terrible forces that counter the revolution. But there aren't any. I've searched and I've searched. I'm exhausted and I still haven't found them. Litrinov's a triumphant fellow. I live physiologically and with charm. But he is not a Marxist. And they took away his, I've forgotten the word, the horse you ride on to make your career. Oh, darling Johann, how exhausted you are. Oh, my eternal grandfather, husband.
No, I like to kiss radically.
I'm radical too. I don't like opportunistic half measures.
Radical, opportunistic half measures. Shame.
Johann, I'm a Marxist! Mr. Litvinov taught me, and it's all so easy and pleasant. Everyone is quite astonished, and they adore me. It's so interesting to live and to die on behalf of the workers. I want to join the party. I shall struggle. Only I've forgotten the one thing they advised. To be as serious as possible. As conscious as possible. No, what else is there?
Vigilant.
Oh, that's the word. You're a genius.
But what has happened to you? You become a reprobate. Who made you up?
I am not a reprobate. I've learned all charm and bon ton in the cultural houses of Moscow. I've restructured myself.
Listen, slut! There are no Litrinovs here. They're Bolsheviks, and they'll throw you out.
Outright lies and downright deception. Underestimation. I am an ideological worker. I am a fighter on the cultural front. I've collaborated on 3 sketches and a play. I'm a member of the All-Union Union of Soviet Writers. They're expecting a growth of quality for me, and I shall be cherished wherever I go.
Well, if the world is perishing, you have to be planning the flourishing. What's in your suitcase?
Food and hygiene.
Good. Let us caress radically. We'll exchange all feelings. Feelings. That's the only thing we can think of.
Johann. But where?
Yeah.
All right. But let's not waste any time. I'm all wilted from the journey. Without love, there is no complete hygiene.
Sleep. And don't wake up soon. Sleep free of boredom and pain. We live in a world full of dread. Science tells us it is our bread. I must find somewhere that I can warm him up. I can put him inside my stomach again. Hold on. Oh, girl. When it's so cold and empty out here, we'll die. Are you suffering badly? See, it's not so bad. Why do you close your eyes and not say anything? Someone's riding by. Please stop. Please, please come quick. We're bored to death in here.
I feel my life is like a machine with death. I'm afraid I'm going to lose my conscience. My people have fallen asleep. Everybody's fallen silent and is lying half asleep.
Oh, they still breathe.
I have ordered everyone to continue breathing without stopping. Everyone who breathes until this evening will be put down for one workday.
Antoshka, it's a mistake. Our register.
Nothing is without mistakes. We must learn from mistakes. Mistakes are essential. We must organize mistakes. I haven't had any provisions for the last 10 days. My hands hurt, my body hurls about, but I can't seem to think of anything.
Who can I partner myself to in exchange for food? Where can I find food for those who have not eaten?
Time to organize food. Keep your baby warm.
Yes.
He must live into the reserve of the future. He shall live forever in communism.
He's dead now.
Fact. He has died forever.
A woman has died somewhere.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, science will achieve everything. Your baby and everyone who has perished prematurely, who can still bring benefit to the state, will be revived immortally to life and activism. Ah! Ah!
Don't keep lying to me. Give me back my baby. I'm gonna weep for him. That's all there is.
Sit and cry like the rain. But we shall look on your tears as sabotage of action.
I shall endure. I shall endure.
Weep, Dilla. I heard everything. There's nowhere any of us can go to.
Have you thought up food for the colony?
Yes, yes. I just killed the class enemy. They left butter, sausage, condensed milk. I eat.
Where is it?
It's in the prison house. Oh, my European woman. I was just with her for a little while. And then I just cut short her breathing.
Why did you kill her?
She was a danger to you, to all of socialism. More dangerous than old-style imperialism.
You must go somewhere else, Grandma. We'll bury your woman for you.
There's nowhere for me to go, Futilla.
You'll find someone.
Where, my glimmering one? Where can I go?
Just go away and die.
Yes, maybe. So, it's getting late in the world, though that too is a matter for laughter. What's death? Raw material for the stupidest of the elements. There's nowhere for anyone serious to disappear to.
Hold my dead son a moment. I have to go wash my face in the sea.
You've already died, little fellow. You are the flesh of Utila gone cold. My little one, my little darling. Lay here on the ground. I'll die alongside you, too. May the light darken in my eyes, and my heart cease to feel this irritation. God, so childlike and forgotten.
Where's Jutila? Everyone's lying down and sleeping.
Is she part of the hay?
Bad chance of that. We met the representative, nothing but wormwood, he says. This won't thicken the fleece on a sheet if you're so desperate chewing it yourselves. Well, so much for the cookbooks. Now we can all lie down and die. And think how we hoped. My little one's lying senseless.
Mine's dead.
Who's dead? My poor little weak one. What will be left for me to feel now? I don't know if I can go on living.
Stop making so much noise up there. Let me sleep. Shusha, get me something chemical to get through the night.
You should drink liquid manure, you old cripple. If only you died and I could eat you. Chemicals. A curse of Moscow. I'll scratch your eyes out for giving us a fate like this.
What's happened? The children are dying and there's nothing to eat.
It's only your own child that's dead. You gave him too much bread.
Away with grief. We must come to our senses. Assign me some tasks before my consciousness goes out of its mind.
Lower a basket into the sea. We'll catch some fish, then we can eat our fill.
I understand. I'll make a net. I'll make a trap for the fish underwater. I know what to do. But where can I find bait?
I'll give you some later.
I'll go and make some rope.
Grandpa. Grandpa, get up, soon we'll be eating. And Dashka! Soon we'll be eating fish soup. Grandpa. Grandpa. Grandpa, boss! Death is just biffled and how come you're dead? Grandpa!
I thought I died. I laughed and I woke up.
He won't try to die again.
Oh, my dear, it doesn't work that way. Even for death, you have to possess some stupid psychosis. Can't do anything in this world without stupidity.
What will become of you now?
Nothing. I'll linger without motion amid the historical current. I'm the same piffle as everything, living or dead. One can understand everything my often, but there's nowhere to escape to.
You're gonna leave us.
Yes. I'll be on my way. bored with all of you, with your youth, your enthusiasm, your capacity for work, your faith in the future. You stand at the beginning. I already know the end. We can't understand one another.
I don't understand. It's true. You know what I think, Grandpa? I think you're a fool.
Yes. Now you're beginning to understand matters. Yes. Wait. Wait.
Grandpa, I can see a sail! No, it isn't a sail. It's just a bird flying by.
I've sorted out a rope. Putilla, give me the bait now.
We don't have any bait here. Let's put our son there. He's dead now, and science says that the dead don't feel anything.
Even in memory, there is no God.
Put him there, Mary. He tasted so good. I loved kissing him as he fell asleep in my arms.
There's some women lying here. Beauty all over. Someone's bourgeois woman. She's been strangled. Her neck's broken.
Throw her into the sea. You'll catch a lot of fish on her. Goodbye, Fifi.
Goodbye, Grandpa. Goodbye forever.
No, not forever. I can't be parted from you forever. I shall return. Someday. When you're older. Poor thing, foolish warmth of my old heart.
My baby isn't breathing. Grandpa Boss has left. Soon it'll be evening. How boring it gets on my own.
Until the final victory. Long live Comrade Stalin. For age of age to the nth degree. You cry alone now. Until the final victory.
There's our ship. Our Carlos sheep and grain are on their way home. But my child feels nothing. I'll go. I'll go with her.